So there are not 173 subscribers, but there are 173 people who I couldn't even fit in my kitchen because there are too many. And I want you to think the same. If after 3 months you only have 70, 50, 20 subscribers, don't think of them as not just numbers, just subscribers. There are 70, 50 or 20 people who subscribe to you. And just imagine if you were to speak to a room of 20 or 50 people and they will listen to you for 5 or 10 minutes without interruption, how would you feel? YouTube is changing my life with 173 subscribers, and I'm sure it can do the same for you. Now, it's not really YouTube that is changing my life at this point. I'm a very small channel, but it's the process of coming up with an idea all the way to uploading the final version of the video on the platform. Now, views, subscribers, and monetization are really nice, but I'm not even talking about that. I cannot talk about that at this point. Ever since I started YouTube, I feel like I've enrolled in a course at the university. On top of improving my communication skills, getting better at talking into a camera, learning how to do basic edits, how to create a thumbnail, how to organize my thoughts and deliver a message, on top of all these benefits, I came to learn more about myself. And I'm only going to give you one example. In the beginning, I used to think that I cannot talk and look into a camera at the same time. I would have an idea for a video, I would just press record, then I would get distracted by the fact that I have to look into the camera. I would forget my idea, I would deviate, the video would get too long, and I would never get to the point. After that, a small YouTuber gave me the advice of creating scripts for my video, but then I would have another problem. It would take me very long to write the script. The biggest problem was that when I would start to record, it would be so hard because I could not memorize what I wrote and remember my own words. So then I tried bullet points, and that worked much better. Now, for this video, I wrote some bullet points, but I also developed on those bullet points just to get my ideas out of my head, which is kind of similar to a script, but is much easier for me. And so I read the text out loud 2 or 3 times, and then I just press record while I'm glancing from time to time to my script, just like this. And of course, I cut this out from the video because I don't want this in the video. And to be honest, I find this to be the easiest method so far. Then I remembered, hey, this was the case with me in school as well. Like, I could not memorize things, and then when I would have to make a presentation or anything like that, especially in like middle school, the teacher would say to me that I'm dumb. Let me tell you something to you people who are like me. We're not dumb, we just function differently. And I discovered this through making videos on YouTube, believe it or not. And now, let me give you the 7 tips for introverts and procrastinators. And some of these tips are actually benefits that I have already experienced. And why I can talk so comfortably to introverts and procrastinators? Well, because I'm one of you. I prefer spending time by myself, planning and working, and I have been procrastinating to start a YouTube channel for over half a decade, so nice to meet you. Now, before I give you the 7 tips, let me tell you that at some point in this video, I will give you a challenge, but you wouldn't find out and you wouldn't know what the challenge is if you don't watch the video from beginning to the end. So stick until the end, because you don't know when the challenge will come. Number 1, you have to think that you are actually developing skills that you can then monetize after a short time. Skills like scripting, video editing, creating a thumbnail. All those skills you can actually monetize on websites like Upwork or Fiverr. Number 2, you are going to develop skills like communicating, talking in front of the camera, coming up with ideas, organizing your ideas, and delivering a message. And because of YouTube, I had a couple of people telling me that in the previous videos I hold my hands too high, like this, when I make gestures while I'm talking. So now I'm trying to change that. Tip/benefit number 3 is that your YouTube channel will be your different kind of CV. And what do I mean by this? Well, not many of you know, but I do have another channel that is where I'm talking specifically about marketing and sales, and that is because that's a very specific passion of mine, and it's also what I do for a living. I'm in marketing and sales. So you are creating a personal brand and eventually beginning to make a living by doing what you like. Another example is with this channel. Me, I'm obsessed with personal development. I've been on my own personal development journey for over 10 years now. And on this channel I talk about finances, financial freedom, mental health, physical health, and purpose. I could talk about those subjects all day long. They're my passion. And by the way, download my free ebook if you want. I touch upon all of those 4 subjects, and I'm teaching you everything I learned from all of the courses that I purchased in the past and all of the books that I've read. I'm teaching you everything I learned in just a few pages. So download the free ebook if you want. The link is in the description. So what are you passionate about? Maybe it's fishing, maybe it's cooking, maybe it's fighting, maybe you're passionate about dogs or cats. Whatever it is, I promise you can end up making a living of your passion, live anywhere in the world, and do exactly what you like. Just imagine being paid to talk about what you would talk about anyways. And imagine being able to take care of not only yourself but your family by doing this. And imagine having thousands of friends online from around the world because you're doing this. And this is going to be your community. Now, tip number 4, just start. It's never the right time. The right time will never come. It was not the right time for me when I started YouTube. At the same time, I was planning a trip to USA for 6 months. USA, a country that I've never been before and a country that I did not know anybody. But I still did. I still started my channel at the same time. Tip number 5, you don't need expensive gear or expensive equipment. If you only have your bedroom and the desk in your bedroom and your phone, that's enough. If you don't even have your own room or you don't have a desk, then just go outside, record it outside. There are plenty of YouTubers that record their videos outside, and I'm sure you've seen them. Don't let that stop you. Now, that being said, you don't need expensive equipment and you don't need a fancy background. There's still 2 things that I would recommend you to invest in if you have the money, and that is a microphone and a selfie stick. That's all you need, really. And really, you don't need to spend a lot of time on this. My setup, for example, is the most unprofessional setup. Tip number 6 is don't be shy and just record. You are going to film yourself. You're going to record yourself. No one is recording you, so why be shy? You can even decide not to upload the video on YouTube at the end. But I'll recommend you do it. And you know why? In the beginning, no one's gonna watch your video, so don't be that concerned, really. And besides that, on the same note, you don't have to tell your friends and family about this. You don't have to tell your friends and family that you started a YouTube channel. Anyways, the people that you really want to be watching your videos are the people who are interested in the subjects you talk about. And those are also the people that you want them as subscribers, not your mom or dad. And last, but very important one, is don't be discouraged about the slow growth. After 1 year, I have 173 subscribers. But you know what? They're not just subscribers for me. They're actual human beings. And every single one of them is a person who said, I like you. I want to see more of you. So there are not 173 subscribers, but there are 173 people who I couldn't even fit in my kitchen because there are too many. And every week, another one is saying, hey, I want to see what you have to say too. And they subscribe. And I want you to think the same. If after 3 months, you only have 70, 50, 20 subscribers, don't think of them as not just numbers, just subscribers. There are 70, 50 or 20 people who subscribe to you. And just imagine if you were to speak to a room of 20 or 50 people and they will listen to you for 5 or 10 minutes without interruption, how would you feel? Maybe nervous, but maybe also flattered. That's how I feel. I feel flattered that I have not 173 subscribers, but 173 people who subscribe to me. That's just crazy. Alright, my challenge to you now is to post a video on YouTube in the next 24 hours talking about something you're passionate about, whatever it is. And I want you to do that and then come back to this video and comment and post the link from your video, and I will like your video, comment on it, and also subscribe to your channel. Now, if after you've posted the first video or the first couple of videos you think, yeah, I like this, but I don't really have the time to edit and create a thumbnail and all that, well then just send me an email. I can link you up with my editor and my thumbnail designer. And yes, I do have an editor and a thumbnail designer that I receive help from when I need it. So most of my videos are edited by my editor and many of my thumbnails are made by my thumbnail designer. But that's it, really. I want you to succeed. Comment something in the comment section down below, like the video if you did, and consider subscribing, and see you in the next one. And remember, the right time is now.